What's going on, my guys? And welcome to Randyness. Welcome back to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome to the land of where real guys are made. In today's video, or I say that a lot when I post multiple videos. It's just force of habit, and I apologize. In this video, I should have said, because I've already got one done today, and it's Abaddoni, and those guys are fucking insane. So go check that out if you haven't yet. In this video, my guys, for the second reaction of the day, this is another song that was featured on the poll that I put up on Facebook, and this was the fourth most voted for song, and it is a group called Despised Icon. And I'm not gonna I've never lied to you guys, and I'm just gonna let you know right now, I haven't been the biggest fan of Despised Icon, and maybe that'll change today. Maybe it will. What I'm gonna plan on doing in this one is do a double feature, because I believe the first one I'm checking out is like a album preview kind of thing, I think, anyways, because it's the official trailer, and it's on Nuclear Blast Records, and it came out on the 13th of this month, so it's relatively fresh. And like I said, I'm going to do a double feature, and the next song that I'll be, if this is in fact what I think it is, then the song I'll be reacting to is Snake in the Grass, the official music video. So if you guys are ready, let's see what happens in this video. Let's go. I'm the deathcore.
When we started Despised Icon, we always say we were established in 2002, but we actually got together as friends and started writing together fall of 2000. It took us a solid year and a half of just writing and rehearsing before we even went public, before we even released our record in 2002 or played our first show, which I believe was the Bloodletting tour with Disgorged, Disavowed. It was a sick package, man. That was a great first show. When we started Despised Icon, we had already been in bands prior to this band. This was like death metal band number 2 or 3 for each and every single one of us. So what we wanted to do with this band, and what we tried to achieve, is add elements that didn't really fit with traditional death metal. So we added hints of hardcore, hints of grindcore, you know. So obviously, earlier on, we were heavily influenced by bands like Suffocation. You know, a record like Pierced from Within is timeless for me. Same for Dying Fetus.
I can respect that.
The groove element is has always been very present in our music, and I have to credit Fetus in part for that. So thank you very much for the inspiration. But also, man, like, we grew up listening to, like, you know, Madball or Biohazard, or even like Obituary, man. That shit is groovy, you know? And so we added those elements that didn't necessarily fit properly with our sound at first, but we sort of like made it happen. And I think at first it was kind of hard, because when we started touring 2004, 2005, 2006, we were touring with a lot of death metal bands that influenced us in the first place. Again, Cryptopsy, Suffocation, Immolation, Morbid Angel, and so on and so forth. And those traditional metal fans were just not having it, man. I remember just being flipped off over almost every night, and it was a test of character, so to speak. But all of a sudden, come 2006, 2007, you know, bands like Suicide Silence popped off. Same for Job for a Cowboy, Oceano, my dear friends in Carnifex, Whitechapel, and yeah, they just contributed to this deathcore genre and made it what it is now. And, you know, granted, we broke up for like 5 years, but they kept on going strong. They didn't take any breaks, and I feel like deathcore now is stronger than ever because of that. It's not seen or perceived as just like this hype thing, or like just some trend, some fickle trend. It's here to stay. Yeah. And I'm quite proud to have contributed to that. But when we did start out, there were no bands like us, you know. I do feel like us and the Red Chord on the East Coast were some of the first bands to do it. Same for Deadwater Drowning. You guys probably don't know that band, but you should look them up. I do feel, as an artist, it is important to sort of push the envelope and demonstrate a certain form of growth or evolution within your music, because it is a reflection of who we are as individuals and I would like to think that I'm not stuck at the same spot I was 5 years ago. You know, I'm in constant evolution, always trying to better myself, and I apply that same approach to our music. So it is important for us to come up with fresh ideas so that we don't just copy-paste the same type of material on every record. But that being said, you know, we're in our late 30s, early 40s. A lot of people would expect us at our age to sort of like soften up, and I feel like with this record we went even more extreme. And nowadays things are a lot more accessible, a bit more commercial within this type of music, I feel. And I feel like our way of standing out is actually going more extreme and doing what's not necessarily expected of us. And the beauty of being Despised Icon is, I don't know, man, we just play Despised Icon.
If this is what their new record will sound like, maybe I'll change my mind. All right. Now that that's done, okay. What I was gonna say is these guys kind of formed like Suicide Silence did. Like they all were in different bands and they all kind of formed together and created a group. And I can respect that. I can respect the hell out of that. This next video is an actual song from probably this upcoming record, and it's called Snake in the Grass. If you've stuck around this long, thank you very much. Let's check out Despised Icon. See if they can change how I genuinely, you know, how I feel about them. Because, like I said, I haven't exactly been the biggest fan of theirs. And we'll see if that changes here. Because that sounded pretty sweet there at the end. The loop of music that they played during that sounded pretty sweet. So let's freaking do this.
So self-absorbed, so you lie and you lie again. The next you lie all your friends until you're done with them. Walk away out of my life, you're fucking dead to me.
Somebody got something.
I felt you were crooked, kept ignoring my instinct. I know it. You finally let your true colors shine on my birthday. Oh, what a wonderful gift that you did to me. When you swear it, you did. While you're lying to me, did that is the eye. When you swear it, you did. I guess we'll never know the truth. Making twisted society. Went to the other side and it changed me. Came back a different man. I need to be coming to dream. You wish I made a miss, but ways to make the scale. The element of surprise, selective honesty. But through the smoke and denial, I've lost, throw away the game. Making twisted society. Went to the other side and it changed me. Came back a different man. I guess we'll never know the truth. Sinking the past, sinking the end, now you're sinking again. Switching your circle of friends each time you reach the edge.
One more green? Yeah.
You had your chance to end things right. Learned a valuable lesson. I won't even put up a fight. No. This is my final play. You're dead to me. You may get it.
You sold me.
While you're lying, you may get it. That is the eye. Then you bless me with the truth.
Fucking yes. Love it.
And then you bless me with the truth. Nothing but wishful thinking. Everything's on the corner. It's finally inside me. It's all for peace.
Oh my god. My fucking god. You've definitely changed how I feel. That's, yeah. Yeah, that was solid shit. Oh yeah. My mind is made up for me. This is I am now a fan of Despised Icon. Yep. That was saucy. Oh yeah, the breeze. I love them. Yes. This is until today, I wasn't like I never hated this band or anything like that, but like I just wasn't a fan. I just wasn't. That's just sometimes that shit happens. Like whenever I was like growing up and fucking from like the age of 16 to like 18, 19, I didn't really have like a strong love for the whole death metal, deathcore genre yet. I was into more like new metal, progressive rock, like Killswitch Engage and Lamb of God and like fucking the bunch of those groups. Korn, you know, I grew up with Korn. What the fuck am I talking about? I grew up with Korn, but yeah, not until like I fucking was introduced to Chelsea Grin did I even get into this, and I've heard a few of Despised Icons songs before, and like they just didn't sell me the way this sold me. If the album's gonna sound like this, you've definitely got a new fan out of me. It's like Whitechapel, you know. I didn't like any of their music until they released The Valley, and that's one of my favorite records of all time. The Valley is an absolutely incredible record. So if this is gonna be what the rest of the album sounds like, you've got me, man. I'm sold. This is my reaction to Despised Icon, Snake in the Grass, and the Pioneers of Deathcore video that they put out as well. So thank you, my guys. Thank you for stopping by, checking out the video. If you enjoyed, smash like, subscribe, become a real freaking guy today. I will see you all in the next one. As always, stay freaking epic. I'm out of here.
What you got?